Good morning. We are actually backing into Castaway Cay right now. Kind of cool being on the aft of the ship as they do that. They're just slowly backing up. But it also shakes a whole lot back here, which is why we're awake. And I know that flag wasn't there earlier. That was not there. Must have come out and put it up once we pulled into port. Looks like it's going to be a hot day here, but really pretty out.
We got up bright and early because we were hoping to go to the spa as soon as they were open, not to enjoy it at this moment, but to hopefully get some pictures and video with no one in there.
And it was successful. We were the first ones into the rainforest room. We toured the entire thing, and nobody came in while we were touring, so it was perfect, mission accomplished. And now we have the full tour up on the channel you can watch. And we're hungry. We probably need to get some food because we've been up for a while, and 1923 has the table service meal this morning. That sounds like a pretty good option to me.
We've been dining in the Roy Disney side, so we decided to have breakfast in the Walt Disney side. Basically a mirror image layout, just different characters and movies. There goes Pluto. Pretty much what you'd expect on the breakfast menu. I really don't know what I want, but I am hungry.
Breakfast ended up being a lot of fun because we ran into two different friends that none of us planned to be there at the same time. We just happened to be in the same dining room at the same time. So of course we all ate together, which was awesome. I did get that salmon once again because all the salmon on board has been so delicious, and I am so glad I've had so much of it in this last week. It was great. I also did get some fruit to feel a little healthy this morning too.
Yeah, I decided to get a parfait because it sounded really good. I don't know why. It was strawberry and honey and granola or whatever. It was nice, and then I wanted like actual food, so I got bacon and eggs with some brioche French toast. I always love the French toast on board. That brioche bread they use is just so good.
And then I got chocolate chip pancakes, and I asked for extra chocolate chips, and I think the chef took that personally because they gave me so many extra chocolate chips. I am not complaining because it was awesome. The perfect chocolate chip pancakes this morning.
And now it is time for the Kids Club's open houses. I'm hoping to do a video tour of all the kids clubs and the nursery, hopefully, if there's no one in the nursery, because I want to do a full video tour for YouTube. So if I get that done, I'll be able to publish that separately as its own video, and then we'll have that, plus the rainforest room I did earlier, and then the concierge lounge, and we're trying to get like a lot of little tours of the spaces here on board. Well, there's something you don't get to see every day. I guess we know why they didn't do the Kiss Goodnight last night. Apparently they have a small short in one of the wires that caused the lights to stop working. And of course they built in a winch system so they can always go back, pull it down, do maintenance, put it back up. Okay, it's really awesome to get to see this. Till the wishing star is like a foot off the ground or less. That is pretty cool. So I know it was bumpy back here in the aft as we were docking this morning, but man, this is an awesome view from the veranda of our room. Still don't think we're gonna go on the island though. It's just too hot, and well, Castaway we've been to, and we'll be back again, I'm sure, in the future. Just got more stuff to do here on the ship.
All right, we are finally heading into Marceline Market for lunch. We've had breakfast there a couple times, and we actually had kind of a quick lunch on re-embarkation day, but we haven't been down here for like an actual lunch, so we're gonna go get some food. It's really interesting they have an actual bar from Marceline Market, and you can get coffee drinks or, you know, drinks.
We've got some specials for the day. Lamb chops, I guess I know what Alyssa's gonna get. There's a carving station with a roasted chicken. Looks really good. So we got a Thai curry, we have tikka masala, rice, noodles, fish. Kids counter, of course, has the mac and cheese and chicken tenders. Good chicken tenders. Ant-Man said so. Meatloaf, I'm not really sure how that's a kid's thing. Most kids don't like meatloaf. And they have a butternut squash soup down here. Looks like we've got a tomato soup and a split pea soup for the adults, and kind of the butternut squash for the adults too, honestly. Got a few different salad options over here. And then we have some grilled shrimp and some Cajun spiced chicken tenders. Interesting that these things over here are serve yourself, but all the rest of it they serve you. We've got the cold bar here with mussels, peel and eat shrimp, and crab claws. Then we have a tuna steak, some calamari, big fries, asparagus, polenta cakes. That ahi looks really good, seared tuna there. And they have a lot of different dessert options with carrot cake, red velvet cake, chocolate mousse, jello, fruit, tons of different things in this case. They also have chocolate chip cookies and raisin cookies. There's some ice cream in the case here, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. And then over here, one of my favorites, the chocolate fudge pudding. Get that vanilla ice cream to go with it. It's amazing. So down here at Mickey and Minnie's Captain's Deck, this is the open house for the kids right now, but they actually are doing something called Toddler Time. I mentioned it earlier during the tour, and you can see they closed off the big door over there, and then you can bring the toddlers in here so they're allowed to play with this, because normally they're not allowed to come over here. They're still in the nursery area, but they get to come in and you get to have a little playtime with them, which is really cool. All right, we are heading up to the top deck now that we've had lunch and changed clothes, hoping to ride the Aqua Mouse. We've not actually even tried to ride this yet.
It broke down a lot on the last cruise,
Had a lot
so
of
the lines
problems.
were insanely long every time it reopened, and so every time we tried, it was just not worth going to. So I'm really hoping to ride, because I've been wanting to.
Yeah, there's also a storm rolling in though, so fingers crossed.
It's all
We'll see
working
what happens.
against us.
If not, we're gonna go hang out in the spa.
We got up to the top deck, and there was no line for the Aqua Mouse, which was great. Except the reason there was no line is it was closed because of lightning.
Well, yeah, that's the minor issue. So now we're going to the spa.
It is pretty cool being back here in the aft of the ship, watching Castaway fade into the background, disappearing on the horizon. Not cool watching it disappear, but you know what I mean.
After we enjoyed some wonderful rest in the spa, we did try to ride the Aqua Mouse once again, and they closed it once again for lightning. So we still have not ridden it this entire week. We did get to watch Sail Away since we were up there, so we kind of watched
fun.
as we went away from Castaway Cay.
And now it's time for dinner. So we're heading down to Arendelle. First, we're going to stop and get some pictures in the Grand Hall, and then go have dinner. They do have the show tonight too, which is fun. I really enjoyed it last time. Looking forward to that.
So our seats for the Frozen show tonight are much further away than they were last time. We're in the very back corner of the restaurant, and I guess it's a pretty good example of how you may have not so great a view of the show, depending on where you wind up with your table.
any seats that didn't really work well for the show. We were really happy to be back in Arendelle. They have a really nice menu there. We decided to get the things we liked and also try a few new things. For the appetizer, I went back to that cheese and ham tart that they had. It was really good last time, really good this time. But for my soup, I tried something different. They had a yellow split pea soup. It was delicious. Had some ham in there and I think maybe some noodles or something. I don't even know. But it tasted so, so good.
And I opted out of getting any soup, salad, appetizer. I went straight for the ribeye and 2 twice-baked potatoes. I did ask for 2. They brought me 2. I ate both because they were very good.
And I got 2 entrees tonight. I got the pork medallions that Alyssa had last time, and they were delicious. Absolutely love those. And then I tried something new. I got the sea bass. Now, on other cruises, the sea bass is typically a really tasty dish. On this cruise, it was no exception. It was an amazing piece of fish. There was a scallop on top, had some veggies there. Oh my goodness, I am so glad I got it because it was just perfect.
And dessert, they brought me another chocolate cake, which was wonderful. They brought me a side of fruit as well, and so I had that with it. And I very much enjoyed my chocolate dessert tonight.
And I got 2 desserts, one that I know I love from last time, the butter cake. I still think that's the best one on the menu. And I wanted to try the chocolate mousse again because we had a friend that got it last time and it was pretty good. It's just really rich, so I stuck with the butter cake.
All right, 3rd time's a charm. My friend just texted and said that they are opening the Aqua Mouse. We are going to try and ride it, and hopefully we get to.
And then afterwards, after we do get to ride, because we're going to, we're going back to the spa.
Great view from our veranda out here tonight. Seems like we're moving fairly quickly heading back home. We'll be in port in the morning.
We did finally get to ride the Aqua Mouse. It was shorter than we expected it to be for how long it seemed, but we were not able to record it, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have to have the camera mounted to your body using some kind of strap. Apparently clipping it on my hat or putting it around my neck doesn't work, and I can't hold the handle either. So you just have to come experience it for yourself.
It is 9:58. The spa closes at 10, and this was the last day we could use our spa pass, so of course we wanted to take advantage of that. And it was really nice being the only ones in there and the last ones out.
Yeah, I feel like we got our money's worth out of it. It was so relaxing, especially after the 5-night maiden voyage was kind of crazy all over the place.
Non-stop.
We didn't do nearly as much on this sailing, but we only had really 2 real days on the ship, so using the rainforest room was a great choice for this 3-night sailing.
After the spa, we did go back to the room and pack up all of our stuff because we are actually getting off the boat tomorrow.
Yeah, not getting back on for another sailing, sadly, but, you know, real life calls sometimes. And we'll be back on the Wish in September, so it's okay. We don't have to be gone too long.
And now we are at the bayou. They do serve food, or I guess beignets. It's not really food,
That's
but
food. It
we're
counts.
going with it until midnight. They're open till 1 a.m., but we have to order the beignets before midnight.
Yeah, we're going to get the beignets again because they were really good.
They are really good.
And even though I probably shouldn't, I'm going to go ahead and get that Louis special that they have. That was the hot cocoa with ice cream and the whipped cream on top and the chocolate straw. But I'm going to do it with espresso this time because why not? You know, I got to get up early anyway. Who cares if I don't sleep tonight?
We got 2 plates of beignets this time because Alyssa didn't want to share, and I don't blame her. They're really good.
I got Lewis's favorite again, but this time I got it with the espresso instead of the hot chocolate. Cannot wait to try this.
We just got back to the room, and first of all, this towel art has been top notch.
This is impressive. I thought giraffe or brontosaurus. I'm not really sure which one. I think we go with...
It's definitely not an elephant.
I think we go with brontosaurus. Either way, that's awesome.
I
But
love
check out the gifts too. We got chocolates. I'm just kidding. We got other gifts too. We got Making a Disney Wish. So this is the book that we got on the Maiden as well. So you'll have to see where we're going to do a giveaway to get rid of those probably. And these, they do say Disney Vacation Club.
Yeah.
So these would be exclusive to the member charter cruise here. This is really cool. That's all punched out. That's a great bookmark. I don't even use bookmarks, but I kind of want to use one now because that's awesome. Well, this is the site that I least wanted to see on this cruise. It's Port Canaveral. But we do have to go home at some point. We can't just, you know, live on a cruise ship. Or can we? We're back here in Arendelle for breakfast this morning because the last restaurant you eat in is your breakfast the last morning, and it's early. Apparently early dining has to be in here at 7. I miss late dining. All right, so the breakfast menu, once again, just like the other ships pretty much. Something simple for the road, right? I decided to get the waffle with fruit this morning, just something simple to get things going.
I had to get some salmon this last day because it has all been so good this week. And adding some carbs with the waffle as well.
So much for sailing with us. Oh boy, have we had a great time. So, from me and the gang and the whole crew, so long, and we hope to see ya real soon.
We found out this morning that Marceline Market is also open for breakfast on Disembark Day. I'm gonna walk in here and see what they've got, even though we literally just had breakfast. Looks like they've got the pastry selection, pretty typical. Sausage, hash browns, corned beef hash. So a lot of the same stuff they have down in the dining room you can also get here. Oh, but this is stuff you cannot get in the dining room. Fried rice and congee. And then they're back to the bacon hash browns and stuff. Kids section, we got pancakes. There are no Mickey waffles this morning though. And then they've got grits and oatmeal, cereals, and yogurts. And a really nice toppings bar for the yogurt still. And it looks like these little parfaits is the last of it. They don't have the egg station, the omelet station open this morning, which makes sense. The bar outside is also open for coffee drinks this morning. It is tempting because it's early morning. All right, I finally decided to get a coffee. Getting a white chocolate mocha. Got a whole bunch of options here, but I just went with something I know I like. Oh, we did the Ripple machine.
There you go, sir.
Well, this turned out pretty awesome. Now we're in line to get off the ship, but it goes all the way down the other side up to the Grand Hall, so pretty long line. You can see the line goes all the way up there to the Grand Hall. It's actually across the way too, because it goes down and wraps around. A little bit of a long line to get off the ship, but moving fairly quickly.
We are finally back on land, and it is very bittersweet because we do get to go home. I get to see my cats, which I have missed them so much, but we did have a wonderful time with friends and family this week.
It was a lot of fun. Maiden voyages are interesting. I would actually be interested in doing another one, but just know if you go and do one, not everything is going to be ready. There's going to be changes and tweaks. You're going to have to go with the flow a lot. The DVC sailing, I feel like, had more things that they kind of ironed out some of the wrinkles and the kinks, but still a new ship, lots of new stuff going on. Really glad we got to be a part of the first sailing, and we'll probably have even more surprises on the ship when we come back in September, because I'm sure they're going to be changing things. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that cruise or those cruises with us, and until next time,
We're here with the ears.